I'll tell you why married men are simps. I consider a simp is a guy that worships women, a guy that lives life on his woman's term, or a guy that accepted a bad deal. Unfortunately, most married guys are paying way more for something that other guys got for free. It's kind of simpy. It is. Most married guys are simps. They are. They can be good men. It doesn't take away from what they've accomplished, but yeah, it can be simps.
Father and son as well.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, thanks. But,
brother and brother?
No,
double
no
penetration?
No way.
Well, you need to find out if I'm trans. I think you and your brother, double penetration, then you'll know the truth.
Okay, first things first. You're not trans, and I knew you weren't trans. 100%.
Is that because you've had multiple wanks?
No, it's just 100% you're.
Or is
you're
that because
trans.
you left this?
The wife should be a virgin. Yeah, again, it's should. Should equals wish list. I wish women didn't vote. I wish my wife was a virgin. Wish, wish, wish. It won't happen.
My last event. Oh, you don't want to touch it? I thought you might be thirsty. You want to rinse it for cum?
Oh, Bonnie. Bonnie, I knew you weren't trans. However,
Yeah.
I would argue that a lot of the men who fuck you are gay.
No, it can be intimidating, though, for guys.
No, it's not about intimidation. They are gay.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are, because
Their dick is entering a pussy.
there's too much male DNA all around that scenario. The reason I find female promiscuity, by and large, for my personal sexual appetite, quite disgusting, is because I don't like the thought of other men anywhere near what I'm going to fuck. I'm so not gay that I don't like that there have been men there.
Thank you for the super chat. You guys are so nice. Thank you. It's very nice of you.
Except if you're on a boat with 25 of them.
Well, if that's whoreland. When you're if you're in whoreland, it's whoreland. You
So
don't
that's
care.
the fork box, not the spoon box.
I guess you could argue that, yes. My point is, if I was going to take a woman seriously, the idea of another man being near her, I find repulsive. And I find it repulsive because the idea of the man repulses me by and large.
Yeah.
Any man who's happy to have sex with that many other men, when there's that much other male DNA in the room, I would argue has a streak of homosexuality to some degree. I would argue that those men are gay. Now, you're not trans, but I don't think a straight man wants to fuck a pussy that's had 10 dicks in it, or 20 dicks in it, or 50 dicks in it.
What about 1,057?
Well, I don't know. Maybe these men are just bi, or I don't know. Maybe they're desperate. You can argue lots of things.
See, I don't agree, but I do get where you're coming from. Like some of these guys, especially 6 hours in, they come to me. The floor's like an ice rink. There's that much cum on there. My face, I'm barely recognizable. Like my hair is slicked back. My eyes are full of cum. Like my whole body is so slippery from cum. And yet they still come, they kiss me, they touch me. And I think, fuck, what if they don't want to touch me because I'm covered in another guy's cum? And when I do the gangbangs and there's a lot of men together, I have security in that room. A lot of people assume that security's for me. It's not. It's for the other guys because I'm always concerned, like, fuck, if another guy comes and it hits another guy, I don't want a fight to break out. I don't want them to be like, oh, that's gay, don't touch me. So there's always security when I do these events, but it's predominantly for the guys because I'm scared a fight's going to break out because they think it's gay.
And
that's so gross.
And you respect this profession.
I understand the profession. The profession has been around for a very long time. I respect the honesty, actually.
Somebody's got to do it. I don't look at either we force women to marry young, put a gun to their head and say, marry young, or hookers come. Pick one.
What I said. But yeah, I think the men who turn up to these events are gay by and large. I think they're at least bi. Because I think that if you're a straight man, you don't really want to be near other kind of men's genitals. And time in and of itself, we should resurrect Einstein and get him in this conversation. He'll tell you more about it than me. But, you know, time's all happening at once, they say. And that, you know, it's not linear like we believe. And there's another dimension where everything happens at once. Have you seen Interstellar?
Yes.
Cool. So if you fuck her after she's been fucked, you're fucking her the same time she is being fucked, and the dick is in there with your dick, and it's all happening in one big fucking time warp of jizz. And it's better if you're just nowhere near it. If you just don't go anywhere near it.
This conversation's getting me really wet.
Well, this is the thing. Well, I'm sure that when I see your next event, time warp of jizz, I expect a cut. But so for me, you know, women say this. Oh yeah, but it was before I met you. I don't give a fuck if it was before you knew my name. You got fucked, and that's disgusting. And that offends me now. You cheated on me before.
No guy takes sloppy seconds. Well, then you must be as delusional as these women because you're all taking sloppy seconds. Are you dating virgins? No. Statistically, you're not. And if you are, statistically, she's done backdoor or blown somebody. You're all taking sloppy seconds. Sorry, not sorry. That's what it is.
I met you. That is terrible.
Is that not your insecurity?
Well, that's perfect word. So people call it insecurity.
I'm not against arranged marriages, but we either arrange the marriages or hookers come. That's pretty much it.
You go onto my...
Yeah, Nia, facts. Yeah, can we just... I understand the trad stuff. You grow to hate it at some point. You grow to hate it because you realize it wastes years of people's life. Years. Years of my life. Years of people I know's life. Years.
Point. It's almost like you can read my mind, bro. People call it insecurity. They say,
If you've got 1 inch.
Bring back chastity belts. Do you live under a rock? How would we bring that back? Again, that's wish list.
The other guys are going to have bigger dicks.
Well, people call it insecurity and people call it lots of things. But truthfully, what it is heterosexuality. And any of these men who go, oh, yeah, I don't mind her being covered in...
Yeah, 10 years of my life. The trads, even as a woman, I wish I could... Someday... I always got to be careful of the things I say publicly. I wish I could tell you how that wasted my life, but it's wasted women's lives, men's lives. It does not work in 2025. Guys will do or say anything to get their rocks off, and they do not care about any of the peripherals surrounding it.
They need to take a long, hard look in the mirror and probably get an AIDS test because they're gay. And that's fine. I mean, some people are gay. But you can be gay. You can have gay sex with a woman. Of course you can.
Sloppy seconds in the same occasion. How do you know? How do you know what she was doing before she saw you? You don't. So there was a guy in the chat that said, I'd rather take an honest whore than one that lies. That's not true. It's not. Men want to be lied to.
I mean, the point of having sex with a woman is to get pregnant, by and large. I'd argue that being horny in general is kind of gay. To be like, I'm so horny. Like, I'm a full-grown man. I'm so horny. I'm so horny. Like, who?
Yeah, but to me, gay's fucking another guy. It's
No.
Gays
Gays doing gay shit, bro. Gays having sex with a woman without the intention of impregnating her, having sex with a woman who's covered in cum, fucking all this is just gay sex. It's all gay. Have sex with a woman and have a child.
Okay, that's stupid. It's gay if you don't want to have a kid. That's stupid. Do you know what's so funny? The people I know that had the most kids tell other people not to have as many kids. And the people that did not have as many kids tell everybody to have a bunch of kids. Or do things in a very unconventional way.
You only have sex on ovulation day.
It's not about that, but there has to be a
Okay, so
chance.
you're gay.
There has to be a chance of a child arriving.
But what about on your boat with 25 hoes?
Who says I even fuck them? You think, Rob, this is what I mean. You're so trapped in the matrix. You're so trapped in the matrix.
I think you're judging me, Andrew.
No, you think
You know I'm not trapped in the. You know I'm not trapped in the matrix.
You think I'll get 25 whores on a boat and then be like, yeah, let me fuck them? No, I just want 25 whores on my boat because it's like I want whores on my boat. I want trees in my forest. They're just there because I've got a boat. I've got a boat and there's women on my boat and they're all beautiful and everyone's jealous of me while I sit there. And even though they all annoy me and I don't even want to fuck them, I just sit on my laptop. But that's just life. It's not even about fucking. It's all about the sex. You're thinking about sex.
The women that get married young tell other women not to get married young. Yeah, and I'll tell you why. It's because oftentimes, and this is going away because of social media, but the women that get married young don't often get the best guy they could get. Now, you could argue it's immoral for women, to do that, but women's priority or prerogative is to get the best guy that they could get. If they cash out on their hometown, you're usually not going to get the best guy in your hometown.
It's beyond sex. Nothing to do with sex.
Unless you're...
That's the strategy anyways. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just telling you. And they give up freedom to become the person they want to be because, if you want to be a whore or get into a certain hobby or whatever, you're not going to have time to do that if you marry young. And then you have to give up freedom, so...
You're having sex in ovulation, then you're gay. Because then that's the only way a girl's
You think the trends will flip 20 years from now? There's no evidence that that's going to happen. Okay, 20 years ago, that they said traditionalism. Okay, 10 years ago, I heard Ben Shapiro say traditionalism was coming back. Thank you for wasting 10 years of my life, Ben. I'm honest here. I'm honest.
even really is around ovulation.
Well, my point is that if there is a slight chance, and there's always a chance.
Very, very slim though.
Okay, but if there's a chance.
So, okay, you're 50%
If
gay.
there's a chance of a baby appearing,
Yeah.
then I would argue that that is pretty heterosexual sex because heterosexual sex leads to babies. What is the
Also, hit the like button, guys. Thank you for the super chat. Did I read this already? Oh, yeah, guys, we'll do it. Thank you, Sean. That was really nice.
differentiator
Thank
between
you.
heterosexual and homosexual sex? The primary differentiator between the two is offspring. So if you're having sex that cannot possibly lead to offspring in any way, that is gay sex.
Yeah, but who's to
If you're
tell-
fucking a girl in the ass, you're gay. Why?
Don't
If you're
matter,
turning up with a condom and fucking a woman on birth control, you're gay.
Do you do
If
anything
you're-
for pleasure?
if
Do you
you're-
do anything just
if
for
you're
fun,
a white
Andrew?
man who gets his fucking balls cut open, I know white boys who voluntarily get vasectomies. They voluntarily have their dick chopped to pieces just to make sure they don't accidentally have a beautiful child. Like, how fucking gay can you be? This is all gay sex.
That's a stupid thing to say. No offense, Andrew, but I've seen men that have lost everything because they got the wrong woman pregnant. I can see exactly why men would want to avoid that.
If I have sex, there's a chance of a kid. That's the life I live. That's the man I am. If the kid comes as a blessing from God, good. If no kid comes, fine. That's how it is.
How do you
But if you were to say to me, Andrew, you can come have sex here, and there's no chance of there ever being a kid. It's just for fun.
There's always a
I would
chance,
say,
though.
sorry, I'm not gay.
Condoms aren't 100% reliable. So that day, someone did have a 0.01% chance of impregnating me.
But they're trying to not have a kid.
Well, how do you know? Did you ask him?
Well, if you have a condom on, you're trying not to have a kid.
Who said I didn't put a pin in it?
The man
Why is Aaron Clary pissed?
putting the condom on his dick is trying to not have a kid. The realest nigger there would turn up and say, listen, I'm going to impregnate in Bonnie Blue. You all keep the condoms on. Fuck it. I'm having a baby out of this bitch because I ain't fucking for free. So let me get a kid at least. I mean, you got money to look after it. You can just block you on WhatsApp. You can raise it. That's free. That's free progeny.